guess this is like, we've been down here for a few days, but this is the introductory video. We came down to Tennessee to see the granddaughter, Juniper Alice, and to pick up a tractor. So we're also visiting cousins and other friends. So we've already been here for a few days, but I didn't do anything to intro up front. So if it looks like this is out of order, it kind of is, but I think it'll work. So this is our trip down to Tennessee, and this creek here we used to go to. It's Mary's sister and brother-in-law's old place, but the new owners let us still come down here because we really like splashing around. That's actually where we got Dakota. The first video that we have of her is playing in this creek down in Tennessee. So it's bittersweet, but it is sweet. I'll think about the sweet part.
It is a little tiny baby. She was. I think this causes. Oh! Wait! Too bad. I don't catch. I don't want. Better don't wash it off the creek. Check it out. Go, I can do it.
Oh, that is cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Will they get onto geodes?
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah, there's some others that are just babies.
Why do they do it? Do they do it to just get the alcohol?
If you, I don't know if you're right.
Learning as I go. Ta-da! I'll just record those. Yeah.
You can say no thank you, I don't want to trade that if you don't want to, okay?
They're going everywhere.
So we're leaving this morning, and came down to Tennessee. We're going home with a tractor, and it's still, you know, how good does it get?
Got the goods.
So that's when everything went bad. We were just outside of Knoxville. Mary and the others were in the Voyager. Got to Rogersville, and the tire blew on the Voyager. Well, it was Saturday afternoon, about 4 o'clock or so, maybe 5, and the tire didn't blow. I mean, it shredded. It just, the whole outside of it came off. The tire was still inflated. It took probably 2 hours. Finally, we ended up calling a tow truck because I wasn't able to get the spare tire out from under the Voyager. So tow truck came, ended up pulling it. He got the tire off, but as luck would have it, it was flat. So we ended up having the Voyager towed. Fortunately, it wasn't far. The closest gas station inflated it. The tire was just a donut. We thought we can't drive 5 hours on this, so we started looking for ways to get the tire fixed. Found a place in Rogersville, a Walmart. They were going to close at 7. It was getting really close to 7. We decided we'd try. So the next exit, Mary pulled off, and then the van I was in, Sue, started choking and gagging, and it died as I pulled off. Mary turned left to go into Rogersville. I tried to turn right. It died. I managed to get it to the Marathon station, which was right around the corner, but it was not going anywhere. So Mary ended up coming back to get us because she wasn't going to make it to Walmart on time anyway. So that was the beginning of the comedy of errors. Started trying to figure out where we could stay. We knew we were going to have to spend the night. Rogersville wasn't exactly right next door. It was probably 20-25 minutes up the road. So she found a place, took everybody that she could, came back, got the rest of us, drove us in. Had to leave the van and the tractor and the trailer in the Marathon parking lot. So spent the first night in Rogersville. The next day was Sunday. I started calling to try to find a gas station that would be able to fix the tire and fix the van. Well, the tire wasn't a problem. Walmart was able to fix that, but we couldn't find a place that was going to fix Sue. It was Sunday. It was Father's Day. They said nobody's open. So Mary took as many as she could. We went back to the van at the Marathon station to pick up she was going to get anything that she could out of there. And the geese. I'd forgotten to mention the geese. We got a couple of geese. I don't even know where they came from, but they were in the back of the van. They were fine. We gave them some grass overnight and they survived, but Mary had to get them and Sawyer back up to Winchester. So she ended up driving up there. I waited. I managed to found a garage in Rogersville that sounded like they would be able to do the trick. They had a good review. I called. I had to leave a message. I said, I'll call tomorrow morning, but if you can kind of expect me. And I was kind of planning on that. They were in Rogersville. They were walking distance. It was probably a 40-minute walk, but they were still walking distance. Everybody went back up except for me, Samuel, and the twins. We ended up having to stay in the hotel a second night. Called Monday morning, the station that I was kind of counting on, and I got a message that said that they were on vacation for the week. So that meant I had to go back to square one. Finally found a place. I had called a tow truck and they said, just tell me where to take it. So they went and got the van. I had to leave the trailer at the Marathon station because they weren't going to tow the van and the trailer. But this station said that they would be able to look at it that afternoon. Everything else was booked. Somebody said, well, we can look at it in a few days. Called that afternoon. They still weren't able to look at it. That was Monday. Tuesday, Mary came down and borrowed a pickup, to take the trailer back up with the tractor. We all managed to fit into the truck and go back home. I stopped at the station and said, you're not going to get to it today, are you? And they said, probably not. And I'm thinking, well, So I said, I'm just going to leave it here with you. I'll come down later and pick it up. So that's what we ended up doing. It could have been worse. I ended up spending a couple of days with the boys that I don't usually get to. We got to play some games we don't usually get to play. Got to go swimming. Had a meal together, had several meals together, had to improvise because we couldn't spend a lot of money. We had to figure out how to nourish ourselves with the most economically feasible way. Going shopping with the guys is quite an adventure. We're like pulling things together and thinking, well, do we really need that? And I think we got something. Braden was willing to eat just a bunch of corn dogs. I thought, let's try something a little bit more nutritious. So we got salad. All part of the story. Okay, and we book it. Not a bad looking salad. So it was, all in all, it was a pain in the neck, but it could have been a lot worse. So Mary came down in the red pickup truck that she borrowed and pulled it up, and as we were driving, we saw another as a semi, and it reminded us things could have been a lot worse for us. So we made it home that day, and then just came down in a few days later to pick up the van. But now she's here. We haven't named her yet. Mary thinks she might name her Papa since it was her dad's tractor. I just call it the Yanmar. It's unimaginative, I know. I've got better names for other things, but it's just the Yanmar so far. And she has become an invaluable asset to our farm. But yeah, she's finally got her home. I guess she's her. Finally got her home and member of the family now.